Hello everybody and welcome to ASMR Casey. This is my very first video on this channel and I have decided to do a coloring video. I have been a big fan of coloring since I was, I don't know, probably 2. I've always loved it. So, even as an adult I love it. I've been very much excited about this new trend, coloring for adults. Now, these pencils I got are the Solabella colored pencil Shanghai color set. Now, the unique things about these pencils is that the point is kind of triangular. I don't know if you can see that, but they've got a little triangle point. I haven't really noticed if that makes any kind of difference, but one of my favorite sounds of pencils. If I can get these out without. Love that sound. Sorry if the video quality isn't that great, but hopefully the audio is good. I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone. Okay, so got my pencils here. This pack comes with 36 different colors. Sorry if you hear that in the background, that is my dog being a goober. They are a handful. Okay. So, here's all 36 colors. Here is the book I'm going to be using today. It is adult coloring book by Two Hoots Coloring. It's got this lovely picture of a wolf in front. Now this is an animal coloring book. I know a lot of people use the, what do you call them? I don't remember what they're called. The, you know, the circular designs, but I really enjoy having animals. But unlike a child's coloring book where it's just simple animals, as you can see, it has some cool designs going on. Now, let me show you. This is the wolf that I did. As you can see, it's the title page. Even though it's the title page, I wanted to still color it because I thought the design was pretty cool. Now, imagine my surprise when I'm looking through the book and where is it? Can't find it. Well, anyway, in the book there is a full-size version of that same wolf without the title on it. And, you know, my bad. I looked for it even. I was like, okay, well, if they have the full size, it's probably going to be one of the first couple pages. I kind of flipped through the book, but somehow I missed it, so I ended up coloring this. I wish I had done it on the page without the title, but, you know, that's okay. Now, let's start. I've actually already started on the drawing I'm going to be doing. It's a little squirrel. Okay, so I started on it, but there's still a lot left. So let's get started. So, I guess this is my first video. I'll talk a little bit about what ASMR means to me. So, I'm not exactly sure when I first discovered ASMR. Now, I know my first foray into ASMR was with whispering videos, because I realized, hey, I kind of like listening to people whisper. So one day I was like, hey, why don't I just go on YouTube and search for whispering videos? And to my surprise, there were tons of videos up there with people whispering, usually reading stories or something. Now this was it was before I graduated high school, which was in 2011. So I'd say it was probably around 2010, 2009, somewhere in there. So ASMR wasn't really a huge community then. So most of these whispering videos, they weren't called ASMR. They were just called, whisper reading or something like that. So I started with that. I'm not exactly sure when I discovered ASMR. I don't think it really started being a thing until a couple years after that. So I can't remember. I moved here in 2011 when I graduated high school. I moved out of the town I was living in and into not the town I'm living now, but the town I lived in for several years before now, to be with my now husband, then boyfriend. I can't remember if I had discovered ASMR before I moved, but I feel like I had, so maybe it was in 2011 that I first discovered ASMR. But anyway, as soon as I did discover it, I was immediately addicted. Now I'm strictly talking about ASMR on YouTube. As far as not discovering that I had it, because that wasn't until I discovered the videos. But as far as experiencing ASMR, that started when I was a small child. I remember being really relaxed, getting haircuts. My biggest trigger as a child was in school, when a teacher or an administrator would come in the classroom and they would stand behind me and look at my work, or when like a classmate would stand over my shoulder. It was like this big mix of nerves and tingly head feelings that was kind of like an adrenaline rush. I think that's really my earliest memories of ASMR. I used to love that. But yeah, like I said, I also liked haircuts. I also liked a lot of sounds. Like I said, one of my favorite sounds is pencils. I used to love that in school. So I started with, as far as videos go, I started with the whispering. Then eventually, I think I was just thinking about how I like haircuts. And I was like, I wonder if anybody simulates that online. So I looked it up, and lo and behold, there were tons of videos to that effect. So I started watching them. I fell deep into the rabbit hole. Now, I really don't even get ASMR most times that I watch ASMR videos. It's more just a relaxation for me now. A lot of times I'll put them on when I'm doing something else, just as background noise. But I watch them constantly, even to this day. So I figured, for as much as I get out of the community, maybe it's time for me to give back. Start my own ASMR channel. I've definitely been seeing a huge influx of mentions of ASMR. It used to be kind of, you know, private. It wasn't really talked about anywhere but amongst people who have it. But lately I've been seeing a lot of non-related channels talk about it, post videos on it. So it's definitely kind of entering the mainstream. Some of these people that talk about it, they have it. They enjoy it. A lot of people kind of make fun of it, which is a shame because I don't think they really understand what ASMR is about. Of course, as you probably know, if you're part of the community, a lot of people kind of sexualize ASMR. But for me, it's definitely never been sexual. It's all about relaxation. So I hope that that doesn't continue. I hope ASMR continues to become more mainstream and, you know, people learn what it actually is and accept it for what it is. So, as far as the types of videos I watch now, I used to really like sound videos. I would watch, once I discovered them, I would watch a whole bunch of sound videos. Now I typically watch role plays. For some reason, I really prefer soft talking. I feel like a lot of people whisper. It's weird because, like I said, my foray into the ASMR community was with whispering because I wanted to find whispering, but for some reason I just really don't like whispering anymore. I mean, occasionally if it's somebody that I really like their voice, then I'll watch whispering stuff, but most of the time I really prefer soft talking. And I watch a lot of role plays. I'd say haircuts are probably my favorite still, but not all the time. I'll watch a lot of variety stuff. I like more and more people. One particular example is Paul Artwork. He's one of my favorites. He hasn't posted in a while, but I'm sure he will get back around to it. I like that he does kind of interesting things, because if you're a part of this community, you watch a lot of the videos and you kind of get tired of, you know, cranial nerve exams and eye appointments and haircuts. So I like that he posts some interesting things that kind of make you laugh. Yeah, so he's one of my favorites. Lately, I've kind of been more drawn to male ASMR artists, but when I started out, it was pretty much all female. The Water Whisperers was one of my first favorites. I think she's done a lot for the community. This might not turn out very well because it's kind of difficult to concentrate on talking and coloring at the same time, so, but I'm sure you won't mind. Okay, so favorite sounds. Like I said, I like pencils. I like clipping sounds, but I much prefer clipping of real hair or wig hair. I don't really like when people do haircut videos where they just kind of clip the hair. I get it. You might not have a wig lying around or whatever, but personally, I really prefer when they use a real wig. I like tapping, you know. Like that. Like I said, mostly I watch stuff that I don't watch sounds as much anymore. mostly voices. So I like creative, interesting voices. Unfortunately, I don't think mine is all that much to write home about, but hopefully some people will like it. So I'd love to hear from some of you, if you're watching this, what your favorite sounds are, what you might want me to try. I'm probably gonna fill the channel some with some of this type of video, just talking, noises, sounds. And if I get some requests for some role plays, I might get into that, but I think those are a little bit more complicated. But if that's what the viewer asked for, then I'm here to please. This is a funky looking squirrel, huh? Oh, I think you're still handsome, Squirrely. So, a little bit about me, I suppose. As you may have surmised from me saying when I graduated, I'm in my mid-20s now. I really enjoy piano. A couple of you may have come over from my piano channel. I haven't posted a lot there recently, but I still try to continue playing. It is a little frustrating because I'm self-taught and I tend to judge myself really harshly if I can't pick up on something right away. But I'm still trying to play. Not get down on myself too much. I really enjoy video games. That's a big hobby for me. Some of my favorites, I love the Fallout series. Lately I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I really like that kind of game too. If any of you have ever heard of Rune Factory for the Nintendo DS and 3DS. Those were a big favorite of mine. So I started with Harvest Moon, but I really prefer Rune Factory because I like that they added in the mines. It kind of gives you several different activities to do. You can do the farming and the mining in the dungeons. So yeah, I really liked Rune Factory, and Stardew Valley is very similar. I'm really enjoying it. What other games? My husband and I like to play a lot of games together. We played through the Borderlands series 1, 2. Still haven't finished pre-sequel because he's been really busy lately, so we haven't had a ton of time to play. We're also playing Dead Island. It's pretty fun. We played through Dead Rising 2. I really enjoyed that one. We're both big fans of the zombie genre. Favorite show for both of us is Walking Dead. And we watch Fear the Walking Dead. He really enjoys it. I don't like it as much, but I still like it. I like the first season more than I like the current season, but maybe I'll pick up. We'll have to see. So yeah, we're both big fans of zombies. Really, I like all kinds of disaster type movies. Because personally for me it's more about the characters than about the disaster. That's why I like all disaster movies, not one specific type. I really like seeing how these people react and overcome the circumstances they're in, if you get what I mean. Yeah. I also really like Nintendo games. Recently we've been playing Yoshi's Woolly World. That's a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a while, but something that I really enjoyed that I wasn't expecting to enjoy quite so much on Wii U was Splatoon. That game, really inventive and fun. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it if you have a Wii U. I've also always enjoyed the Zelda games. Recently I got my husband to play Wind Waker because he never played it. I think that's probably my favorite. I used to like Ocarina a lot, but I think Wind Waker has won it over. It's just a brilliant game. I love how open it is. I'd say a lot more so than Ocarina. And he really enjoyed it as well. I really want to get him to play Twilight Princess HD, but I don't really want to drop the money on it right now. But one of these days I definitely want him to play it. He has played a lot of Zelda games. I'm making it sound like he doesn't play them, but he hasn't really played a lot of the more recent ones. He really loved Ocarina and Majora's Mask and the NES and SNES ones. But Coloring Outside the Lines. But I got him into the 3D Zeldas. Well, I guess the N64 ones were 3D, but the more recent Zeldas, and he really has enjoyed them. It's one of the best things about being in a relationship, I think, is seeing the other person enjoy something that you really love. He got to introduce me to a lot of different movies because I'm not a big movie buff like he is, and I've introduced him to TV shows and some games. He's introduced me to games too. He's probably an even bigger gamer than I am. His game of choice right now, he plays a lot of Heroes of the Storm. Just yesterday he bought that Shadow of Mordor game, Lord of the Rings. It was on sale. He's been enjoying that so far. It actually looks pretty good. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I know people might want to lynch me for that, but I'm not a big fantasy person, really. I don't really enjoy Game of Thrones either. Sorry. But it did look like a good game, though. It looked really reminiscent of Fallout and Skyrim, kind of open worldness. Once again, I don't really play a lot of Skyrim either because, or the Elder Scrolls series in general, because I'm not a huge fan of fantasy. I prefer Fallout because I really like post-apocalyptic stuff. But don't burn me at the stake, please. So, other interests besides piano and video games. I did enjoy scrapbooking, but I haven't really done it as much lately because I've been kind of ill. Some chronic illness. So it's kind of been zapping away my energy, so I don't really feel like I have all that much energy to get into a big project like scrapbooking, but I do hope to get into it again because I do enjoy it. I've always been a pack rat as my husband says, really, I like to say I'm sentimental. I like to hold on to things like, you know, ticket stubs and postcards from places we visit. So I'd like a place to display all those, and scrapbook pages work really well. So I'd like to get back into it, but we'll have to see. Let's just do a little bit of quiet coloring. Definitely an interesting array of colors here, but maybe it'll come together. Okay, almost done with the tail. What do you think? It's not perfect, but it's mine, so I guess it'll have to do. So thank you very much for watching the very first video on ASMR Casey. Maybe we'll come back next time and finish coloring this squirrel. Or maybe we'll do something else. Please feel free to let me know what you would like to see. I'm all about the viewers here. I want to do what you are going to enjoy. So, leave your requests, comments, questions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.